guys, how are we? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ebun and I'm glad to have you here. It's been a while since I did anything, but why I haven't really done anything is because I'm currently pregnant. So I was having my first trimester was sickness and tiredness and everything like that, but thank God for the strength and for the grace, so I'm much more better. And to be honest, I've been sitting back and waiting, and it's not that God hasn't been speaking to me, he hasn't spoken to me, but sometimes when you get so afraid of speaking out and letting the word into your life and letting the word into something that you've been keeping, not like a secret, but something that you've been keeping to yourself for a long time, and it's not that you're not, it's not the case of whether I'm healed from it or not. It's just a case of, am I ready to share? Am I ready to let people in like that? Am I ready to let people understand? But it'd be so selfish for me to keep all that to myself and not share, and not let people learn, or people if people can relate to what I'm trying to what I'm coming across, what I'm saying. I believe in life we all go through things. Doesn't matter who you are or what you've done or how rich you are or poor you are. We all go through things in life. Everybody does. It just is, everybody has different levels of things they go through in life. Some are really critical, some are really mild, but just because it's not the same level as yours does not mean that the person is not allowed to feel pain, or the person is not allowed to wallow, or it's not that the person is not allowed to feel that void in them, because it's normal. But what is not normal is when you let it become the center of your life, when you let it become something that you cannot heal from, when you let it become something that you don't want to deal with. You use as an excuse for everything that comes your way. It's like, oh, because of that, that's why I'm like this. No, that's where I don't agree with a lot of things, a lot of people. For me, me being able to speak now, me being so strong in myself, and me being able to have that confidence to speak out, it's not because I'm self-righteous, or because I was born with confidence. It's because I had God on my side. God has been helping me. God has been directing me. God has been supporting me. God has been comforting me. Sorry about the noise. I have my daughter here and she wants a bit of plantain chips, so I'm just giving some to her. So yeah, it's not because I am perfect or I am well able for it. No, it's just because I've had God on my side, and I've built that relationship with him where I let him in. Growing up, I was very very, very sad, depressed, suicidal, just so many things, that was all going up and down in my life. There's a lot of things were not going right. Sorry if my words are not coming across the way you want them to, but I'm trying my best to put the words into as much as I can for you to understand. Yeah, so it's not that. Yeah, growing up, it was like my life wasn't really smooth. Well, whose life is anyway? I think in life you hit rock bottom. You get up. Life hits you, but you gotta get up. What I'm gonna share is not for anyone to sympathize with me, or for anyone to write to me or call me or text me like, oh my God, are you okay? I am very much okay. I am very much happy. I am very much healed. I am very much saved. I am very much loved. I am very much delivered. I am very much everything. Everything that is good, that is what I feel right now. I don't feel no hurt. I don't feel no pain. I don't feel no anger. I just feel love and compassion for people now. And I think that's the greatest thing I can give to myself. If Jesus died on the cross for us, that shows us how much love he has for us. And we're in a month where he rose from the dead again. So hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. So because of that blood, because of that sacrifice on the cross, we've been given that liberation, that liberty, that freedom to be able to speak out, to be able to believe in yourself. So I'm just gonna share a bit of my past, just to get people into my life, let people understand what I'm about, who I am, what I've been called to do, what I've been called to say. First and foremost, I am Ebon by name. Secondly, to be honest, first and foremost, I am a child of God. I have been saved, I have been delivered, I have been healed. God has been working on me for quite a while now. It's been a journey. We didn't just start today, you know. I grew up in a small town in Ireland, County Kerry, Tralee. So, you know, a lot of people grew up watching me, you know, from a young age. I came to Ireland when I was about 11 in 2004. So a lot of people saw me, a lot of folks from here, they know me. Well, I won't say they know me, they know of me and they know of what I've been through. They know of my past life. You know, they know of things that I've done, you know. A lot, which led to a lot of people judging me, a lot of people not having faith in me, you know, because of my life. You know, it made me make some silly I won't call them, make some silly moves that I shouldn't have made, you know. But I think in a way it was kind of me trying to express myself and express how I'm feeling, express the things that were going wrong in me, and I didn't have any way of putting it out there. I didn't have any way of letting it out. I didn't have any way of you know, expressing myself. So I took to what I knew best. Was first night I think I started doing was taking cigarette, and just best believe that this didn't only just start now. The first instant I can remember as a young child, almost smoking a fag, because obviously my dad now was a pastor, thank God for his life. He used to be a smoker, and I'm sure if they ever watch this video, he probably remembers how he caught me with a cigarette literally like this, and I was about to light it up, and this was at the age of maybe like 5 or something, or 6, like as far as I can remember, you know. Not because obviously it's something that is sore, and obviously if I think about it now, and obviously studying youth work and everything, trying to put 2 and 2 together, I am my own counselor. God is my counselor, you know. Don't get me wrong, I have gone to counseling sessions before, maybe 3, 4. That was when I was really in a critical stage. But what I realized is that for me, it didn't really work, because I didn't get that healing I wanted, that closure I wanted, until when I found Christ, and until when I found the Word of God, the Holy Bible. That's when I started to get healing, and when I started to accept that I needed to be healed. When I started to accept that, okay, there is something wrong here, I want healing, I want to feel better. I don't always want to be feeling depressed all the time. I don't always want to be feeling sad all the time. I don't always want to be feeling let down. I don't want to be feeling different type of way. That's when I started, you know, that's when I started to heal myself, because it was a self-decision I took for myself. I really wanted to be healed. I really was tired of feeling all that hurt, all that pain, you know, feeling all that, like I've been left down, I've been stabbed in the back, you know, just feeling all those nasty thoughts, all those nasty feelings, you know, those negative thoughts in your head, you know, that you're not loved, you know, who loves you, you know, you're nothing, you're worth nothing, you know, all those negative thoughts. And I know obviously a couple of us out there, a good pile of us out there probably have been through it already, or still going through it, and having these thoughts in your head, and having this nasty thoughts in your head, like, you know. This one is, I won't say it's hard for me to share, but this is me coming out of my shell, and I'm breaking forth, like, and I'm like, I want to, this medium is for young people. I want to reach out to young people. I've been asking God for a long time, what is my purpose? What is my purpose in life? You know, it's different studying something and then understanding that that was actually what you were called to do. You know, I always find myself drawn to young people, you know. It's just something about young people, because obviously I was young ones, you know. I think being an African, right, no offense to my African parents out there, but some of you live like you were never young before, and you know, it affects a lot of young kids, you know, and I see it happening, you know. Not saying now my parents were the 100%. Listen, I'm a parent right now, right, and my daughter can fall, and it's like, oh my God, she fell, I was probably doing something in the kitchen. You know, your eyes cannot be everywhere. So, you know, one thing I want to say to young people is that don't blame your parents for how your life came up. You have to take responsibility for playing a part to how your life was. You have to take responsibility for playing a part in what you have done. You know, it's not all your parents' fault. Yes, they're your guidance, but they're also humans as well at the end of the day. And being a parent helps me to understand that as well myself. So, you know, yeah, so I want to reach out to young people. I want them to learn, you know, I want them to be able to know that they're not alone in this, that they're not the only ones that are going through these things in life, that they're not going to be the first or the last. And things happen, in life, and that's just it. You just have to, you're either gonna get up and you're gonna push forward, or you're gonna wallow in it and let it hit you off. Or I bring you good news that with God all things are possible. With God, there is no fear. Fear is something that you cannot see. I used to let fear take over me so much. I used to be so afraid, let me hear right there, baby. I used to be so afraid, so afraid, of, oh my God, who's gonna believe me? What am I gonna say? I used to be afraid of like what people would think, but I think as I got older, and as I said, as I got into with Christ, that I got to have a relationship with God, with Jesus, my life started changing, and I'm so grateful for it. Because if I look back at my life, maybe like 5 years ago, the life that I was living, not even, let's say 4 years ago, the life that I was living, I wasn't happy. Yeah, it's fun and all. You go out clubbing, you have few drinks, you smoke a few there, you try some few pills there and there. Yeah, I said it. Yes, you try some few pills there and there. You're like, oh yeah, I'm young, so what else can I be doing? Listen, you can be doing way more than that. There is way more to life than all that, right? Don't let the world blindfold you. Don't let social media make you feel like, oh, your life is boring. Because trust me, your life is perfectly fine the way it is. You don't need social media to let you think that you need to do this certain things or be this certain kind of way to be accepted. No, you don't. Focus on your book if that's what you're into. If you're into drawing, focus on your drawing. If you're into makeup, focus on your makeup. If you're into hair, focus on your hair. If you're into poetry, reading, writing, do it. Don't let social media, don't let your peers make you feel like, oh, sure, look at him, look at her there, like, oh, weirdo. You'd rather be the weirdo than to be someone caught up in some messed up thing that you might end up regretting in the nearest future. The thing about it is that with Christ, when you come to God, all those things that you think you've done and you think that they're not forgiven, they're not forgivable, that, oh my God, how am I gonna, walk with my head up high, look at me, I'm walking with my head up high. People used to judge me. People used to be like, oh my gosh, she never amount to nothing. Oh, look at her. And bear in mind that my dad's a pastor, right? So even for that alone, it's like, oh my God, there's a pastor daughter doing her own thing, clubbing. Like, I used to wear like the skimpiest of the skimpiest things. And bear in mind now, like, I used to really be big before, but I lost a lot of weight. And for me, it was like, oh my God, I lost weight. I used to have like this thing where it's like, oh my God, self-image. Yes, that's the word. I was struggling with my self-image for a long time as well. People used to think, oh, she's confident, she's bold. Yeah, because I had to carry myself like that. That was the only way I was able to survive day in, day out. To be like, yeah, I'm strong. I had to put up that bold face. I had to put up that strong face. People used to wonder, why is she like that? Sometimes I wouldn't greet people. I'd be the kind of person where I would cross over the next row. Literally, I'll cross over to avoid to greet you. That's how I've been. But obviously, thank God for delivering me from that. I'm still working on it. Sometimes there are some, but we skip that anyway for now. But yeah, it's not like I was born confident or anything. No, I wasn't, guys, okay? Some people are born that way. Thank God for their life. And there's people like me who have to, put up that bold front until I actually became confident. It's like I had to put it up. I had to, to become that confident than I am now. So, yeah. But anyway, you guys, long story short, thank God this is me now. I'm married. I have my daughter. I have another baby on the way. My baby is on the way, if you can see. So if God can work in me and change me, what do you think God can do with you? What do you think God can do with you? Literally. Like, look at me. Anyone who sees me today will be like, oh my God, is that Eben? Yes, it's me. I am glowing. I am happy. I am at peace with myself. All those people that thought I would never amount to nothing. All those people that thought I never finished college. I graduated, you know, even though it wasn't as, like, to the limit, the extent that I can go. But trust me, there's a lot about my life that we will talk about. A lot. You know, and I want to use it to be able to reach someone out there, even if it's just one person, you know. You know, we all go through things in life. It might not be the same way, but we all go through things in life. Careful, okay? You know? So I'm trying to reach people out there. I'm trying to express myself to people, you know. I want people to know that they're not alone. That these things happen, you know, things happen in life. You can either wallow in it, you can stay down it, or you can rise up and be better and get better for yourself, you know. But yeah, look at me now. I'm happy, I'm contented, and I know that my future is bright because I'm only just starting. I am just starting, and I know I'm going places in life, you know. My Christianity, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting stronger in faith. I am working with my faith. I'm working on my faith day in, day out. So thank you, God, for that, you know. So I just want to say thank you, God. I'm so grateful. I really am. But yeah, so now let's dive in to the main thing I want to talk about before I got diverted. Okay, because there's a lot of diversion there, but yeah. So from the age of 5, right? Now, I was 5 years old. What do I know? I know nothing. Anyway, you know, I don't think a 5-year-old will be able to know anything. Thank God now for the world we live in now, which is kind of sad, but in a way, thank God now that kids are more aware. You know, I was sexually molested from the age of 5. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I said it. From the age of 5, I was sexually molested. You know? And now this will happen in Nigeria. And basically, molestation doesn't only just happen in Africa. It happens everywhere, okay? Everywhere. You know, wherever you are, there's probably... God, I hate talking about it. It's not like I hate talking about it because, you know, if I sit and think about it, I'm just thinking, oh my God, there's probably a young child out there right now, you know, going through something like this right now. There's somebody out there, you know, being raped right now. You hear of fathers raping their daughters. You hear of, you know, uncles, aunties doing things to their own cousins. You even hear of siblings doing things to siblings, you know. I think my mom was telling me there are like two siblings got married, like, you know. There's just some things that for me I don't feel it's right. Simple as that, you know. You're born with the same mom, born with the same dad. Leave it at that. You know, you're gonna tell me that the whole you know, just let's skip that topic because that's not talking for another day. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you know, I was molested at the age of 5 by my next door neighbor, you know. And at the age of 5, what did I know? I didn't know nothing, you know. I don't remember. My mom said she told me, you know, but obviously I was 5. I don't remember nothing. Like, if I'm right, 5, 4 or 5, yeah, if I'm right, like, because obviously my memory is not as it would be. But I remember, you know, because I was best friends with his daughter, and she was around the same age as me as well. And I would always go in to the house to call for the girl and everything, you know. And, you know, I still remember today, I still remember how I would walk in, how I would, careful mama, you almost threw this on the floor. Almost fell. How I would walk into the house and how it would, you know, carry me up, and he would lay me down on the, table. I don't know if it was a table or something anyway, and, you know, he would use this thing to, you know, rob me and all that, and, like, you know, that stuff like that. That's what happened to me from the age of 5. That's all I knew, you know. So, you know, this happened not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, not 7 times, you know. This was happening consistently, you know. You know, it kept on happening, you know. I think obviously with that, that's just the origin of how it started. So I'm taking it back to how it started, you know. And also I had a female cousin who I'm not going to mention her name, because obviously I hope by God's grace that she's changed her ways and she's, you know, asked for God's forgiveness, and, you know, God is working on her, or God has worked on her, you know, who used to, you know, do the same thing to me as well. She used to molest me, you know, she used to lie me down, you know, she make me do things to her, you know, she do things to me. And then there was also the my next door neighbor as well, also next door neighbor female as well, and made me used to do like, I mean, horrible things now. She'd make me do things to her. So I remember all these things, and best guess, you know, have this in mind that I was only 4, 5, 6, because I can't really pinpoint a time, age, but I have the memories, yeah, you know. And to be honest, for a while I used to lock up those memories for a long time, you know, until when I came to Ireland and I started growing up, I started realizing that, oh my god, there's a lot of things going on in my life that I didn't know. You know, it's like, because obviously to me at that time it was normal. You know, these things, it felt like, oh yeah, sure, it happens, you know. To me, I didn't know nothing about it. I wasn't thinking anything of it, you know. I thought it was just normal, you know, it was a normal behavior, normal things to go through in life. But obviously as I was growing up, then I realized that it wasn't, and that's how I started becoming, you know, suicidal and depressed. And I started rebelling, I started acting out, you know. Started looking for an escape route, started looking for how to get whole again, you know. You know, just the wrong things to do. You know, that's how I started smoking. That's how I started smoking weed. And I started trying out things like that, you know. You know, and then obviously as I progressed and obviously as well, I actually looked into food as well. I was always eating. Food was one of my main things, you know. That's how I exploded. I mean, when I came to Ireland, I was a steak. I was so skinny. I was skinny. But obviously when I came here, and then I started eating, you know, and I started exploding and got really big, you know. And obviously as well, that added more to my depression as well. I didn't love myself. I was like, oh my god, you know, I'm not fine, I'm ugly, and all that stuff like that. You know, I really struggled with a lot of self-image. You know, I really struggled with, you know, knowing myself. I really struggled with loving myself. I really struggled with, you know, accepting myself the way I am, the way God sees me, you know. Listen, you know, people's idea of you doesn't matter, you know. What people think of you shouldn't matter. It should be what you think of yourself that should matter at the end of the day. You know? That's all that should matter of yourself and what God thinks about you.